What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's Daniel, and welcome back to your video. Today I'm doing race picks for the 2023 Baptist Health 200. Let's go ahead and just jump straight into it. This week in the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series heads to Homestead Miami Speedway, the 1.5 mile racetrack. This will be the determining race to decide who get into the Championship 4. The last time a Truck Series race here, Homestead Miami Speedway, we saw Ty Majeski pick up his second career victory and second win of 2022. He looks to pick up a second win of 2023 and lock his way into the Championship 4 for the Truck Series this weekend at Homestead Miami Speedway. So anyways, let's go ahead and jump into picks. Before we go ahead and jump into picks, let's take a look at the weather for this weekend. So weather for this weekend is looking extremely promising. It's going to be 86 degrees a high with 64 degrees as low fronting, only a 20% chance of rain with partly cloudy skies. It'll be some pretty nice weather, some pretty warm weather actually for Homestead standards. Nonetheless, going to be some nice weather out at Homestead Miami Speedway. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the playoff standings going into the final race of the round of 8. So Cory Heim, after winning at Bristol, is locked into the Championship 4. Carson Nogar is 23 points above the cutoff line. Christian Eck is 9 above, and Nick Sanchez is 3 above. Grandin Finger is 3 points below. Ben Rose is 5 points below. Ty Majeski is 19 below. And Zane Smith is 36 below. I think at this point, Ty Majeski and Zane Smith are in a must-win situation. Ben Rose and Grandin Finger can make it on points. And I think Carson Nogar is in a good position of points unless he crashes out. So anyways, let's go ahead and jump into picks. For those who are new to the channel, here's how picks work on the channel. I usually do two suck picks, 2 drivers I expect to struggle throughout the weekend. I do 2 underdog picks, 2 drivers I expect are really good under front equipment or need a good run this weekend. And I do my winners pick, the driver I think is going to win the race overall. And then I usually do the drivers you need to watch out for. And for the Truck Series and the Xfinity Series, I usually do 4 drivers you need to watch out for instead of 5. So anyways, let's go ahead and jump into picks. Who are my suck picks for the Baptist Health 200? My first suck pick for this weekend at Homestead Miami Speedway is the driver of the 51 truck for Kyle Busch Motorsports, Jack Wood. Jack Wood has struggled with KBM this year in 2023. He's not had a lot of good runs this year. I think he's only scored maybe 1 or 2 top 10s in the Truck Series in the 51 truck. And while KBM is not as good with Chevy as they've been with Toyota, there's still a team that's expected to contend a lot more. Unfortunately, I think Jack Wood's going to struggle. They've had some good speed on the bigger ovals this year, but sadly, I don't think Jack Wood's going to have a good run, and I think he finishes outside the top 15 or 20 this weekend at Homestead Miami Speedway. My second suck pick for this weekend at Homestead Miami Speedway is the driver of the 45 truck for Nice Motorsports, Lawless Allen. Very similar to Jack Wood, Lawless Allen has struggled in 2023. He's had 1 or 2, I think, top 10s over across the board this year, but nonetheless has not been a good year for Lawless Allen in this 45 team. I unfortunately think things are going to not continue to be good for him. I think he's going to finish outside the top 20 this weekend at Homestead Miami Speedway. I don't think he has a good run. I think he's going to struggle for sure this weekend at Homestead Miami Speedway. And now we're going ahead and jump on the underdog picks for the Baptist Health 200. Who are my underdog picks? My first underdog pick for this weekend at Homestead Miami Speedway is a driver of the 13 truck for ThorSport Racing, Hailie Degan. Hailie Degan has not had a good year in 2023. She's only scored 2 top 10s, I believe, in the whole 2023 season. But one of her best performances we've seen was at Kansas earlier this year, a 1.5 mile track. And she seems to be getting better at these bigger ovals. I do believe that Hailie Degan will have a very solid run this weekend. I'm not saying she's going to contend or even get a top 5, but I think she will contend for a top 10 this weekend. ThorSport Racing has been giving her a little bit better equipment. Obviously, she's moving up the Xfinity Series next year with AM Racing. I think she's going to try to close out the year on a high note, and hopefully she can have a good run this weekend at Homestead Miami Speedway. My second underdog pick for this weekend at Homestead Miami Speedway is the driver 7 truck for Spire Motorsports, Marco Andretti. Marco Andretti will be attempting to make his oval debut this weekend in the Truck Series race at Homestead Miami Speedway. He's already made a couple starts in trucks in Xfinity, 1 in Xfinity Big Machine Racing, and then he, of course, made his Truck Series debut at Mid-Ohio. One thing for Marco Andretti that does have an advantage compared to most drivers, he does have quite a bit of experience here in IndyCar back in the early to mid-2010s. I believe that Marco Andretti will have a good, decent shot to contend for the victory. Spire Motorsports has brought some really strong and really good equipment this year in the Truck Series. Of course, won with Kyle Larson earlier this year at North Wilkesboro, and he won last year with William Byron at Martinsville. I think you're going to see Marco Andretti contend potentially for a top 10 this weekend at Homestead Miami Speedway. And now we're going ahead and jump on to the winner's pick for the Baptist Health 200 at Homestead. Who is my winner's pick? This one was very, very tough because I was between 5 guys who could win this weekend. But the driver I'm picking to win this weekend at Homestead Miami Speedway is the driver of the 19 truck for McAnally Hilgeman Racing, Christian Eckes. Christian Eckes, in my opinion, has probably been the most consistent driver in the VRAT playoffs up to this point. He scored one win so far in the plastic coming earlier this year at Kansas, and when he's not crashing out, he tends to run up front consistently. And like I said, we're going back to another mile and a half, and he won the most recent mile and a half truck series race at Kansas Speedway. So therefore, I think Christian Eckes is going to get it done, and I think he's going to lock his way into the championship 4 with the win. The 19's been really good in these playoffs. I think Christian Eckes will be your winner this weekend and get win number 4 or 5 this weekend at Homestead Miami Speedway. And now we're going ahead and jump on the drivers you need to watch out for this weekend Homestead. Who should you watch out for? The first driver to watch out for this weekend Homestead Miami Speedway is the driver 38 truck for Farmer Motorsports, Zane Smith. Zane Smith has struggled in the playoffs so far and is at lowest best chance of getting right now into the championship 4, being 36 points below. But if I remember correctly, last year, Zane Smith had some really good pace and really good speed here. I believe he ended up finishing in the top 5. He absolutely has to win this race at Homestead, but I think that Farmer Motorsports is going to do whatever they can to bring him really good equipment. I think you'll see Zane Smith have a really good chance to win on Saturday afternoon at Homestead Miami Speedway. The second driver to watch out for this weekend at Homestead is the driver of the 42 truck for Nice Motorsports, Carson Nogar. Carson Nogar has been extremely strong in these playoffs. He has not won a race in the playoffs so far yet, but Carson Nogar has come very close to winning in the playoffs. And Carson Nogar has been pretty good at the intermediate tracks so far in 2023, including earlier this year at Kansas, where he had one of the best cars in the truck field. I think Carson Nogar will have a very strong and really good run and will lock his way in the championship 4 with a good enough run this weekend at Homestead Miami Speedway. The third driver you should watch out for this weekend at Homestead is the driver of the 11 truck for Tricon Garage, Cory Heim. Now, Cory Heim is already locked into the championship 4 for the truck series after winning at Bristol, but I do believe that Cory Heim has a really great chance and really great opportunity to close out the deal by getting his 4th win of 2023. He's been the best driver consistently this year into the 2023 season, and certainly I do believe that Cory Heim will have a great opportunity and really great chance to get it done this weekend at Homestead Miami Speedway. And the fourth and final driver I think you should watch out for this weekend at Homestead is the driver of the number 23 truck for GMS Racing, Grant Enfinger. Grant Enfinger won the May race at Kansas Speedway, and his mile and a half team has been really strong and really good this year, which I think is going to help his teammate Roger Cribb and even Daniel Dye this weekend as well. Now, he sits 3 points below, but I believe Grant Enfinger has a really great chance and a really great opportunity to get back above that cutoff line. I think he will for sure be a threat to get it done this weekend. I expect Grant Enfinger to have a really great chance and a really great opportunity to win this weekend at Homestead Miami Speedway. So, those are my race picks for the Baptist Health 200. Just a reminder, my suck picks are Jack Wood, Lawless Allen. My underdog picks are Haley, Degan, Marco, and Drey. My winner's pick is Christian Eckes, and the drivers you should watch out for are Zane Smith, Carson Nogar, Cory Heim, and Grant Enfinger. Those are my race picks. So, that is going to be it for the race picks video for the 2023 Baptist Health 200 at Homestead Miami Speedway. I want to thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe to the channel, notifications on so I win a video does go live on my channel. Follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, and support me on Patreon as well. Links are below that, and comment your picks below for this weekend at Homestead Miami Speedway. Tell me your suck picks, tell me your underdog picks, tell me your winner's pick, and tell me the drivers you're watching out for this weekend at Homestead. Let me know your picks in the comments below. Later today on the channel, we have the NASCAR Xfinity Series race picks video for Homestead Miami Speedway. And if any major news breaks later today, we might have a special video dropping on that as well. Then Wednesday, there's going to be a NASCAR news video dropping on the channel. Then Thursday, we should have race picks for the NASCAR Cup Series race in Homestead Miami Speedway. And then Friday, we should have a NASCAR news video dropping on the channel. Saturday, we'll have a doubleheader. We'll have the Xfinity Series and Truck Series race views for Homestead. And then on Sunday, of course, we'll have the NASCAR Cup Series race view from Homestead Miami Speedway. Got a lot of great content dropping on the channel that I can't wait for you guys to check out. So anyways, like I said, I want to thank you guys for watching today's episode, and I'll see you guys next time for more great, awesome NASCAR content and other motorsports content on the channel like this. Take care, everybody.